Farming has entered a new age. Across the globe, machines are taking over the toughest jobs, transforming agriculture into something almost futuristic. What used to demand hours of backbreaking labor can now be done in minutes, sometimes even seconds. Fields are being sterilized with heat, crops are planted with robotic precision, and entire harvests are collected without a single human hand touching the soil. But here's the real question. If machines can already do this much, what will farms look like just a few decades from now? Let's dive into the fascinating world of modern farming technology, where innovation doesn't just save time, it redefines what's possible in agriculture. Before a single seed is planted, farmers face an invisible challenge, the soil itself. Hidden inside the ground are countless threats, pathogens, nematodes, and dormant weed seeds waiting to choke out crops. But one technology is fighting back with fire. Soil thermal treatment works by blasting the earth with steam or direct heat. Temperatures rise so high that harmful organisms can't survive. The result? Clean, fertile ground where crops can grow stronger, healthier, and with less competition. Unlike chemical solutions, this method leaves no residue, just purified soil ready for planting. But not all solutions come from big corporations. In one remarkable case, a farmer, frustrated with recurring infestations, built his own soil heating machine. It looked more like a homemade contraption than factory equipment, but the results were undeniable. His invention destroyed weed seeds and pathogens while improving soil structure, proving that innovation on the farm doesn't always come from million-dollar labs. With the ground prepared, it's time to see how technology is revolutionizing harvests. Pulling root vegetables by hand is one of the most labor-intensive jobs in farming. Bent backs, dirt-caked hands, and endless repetition used to define the harvest season. But machines are rewriting the story. The universal radish harvester, built by a Canadian manufacturer, is a prime example. Its oscillating blades slice effortlessly through soil, cutting radishes free before moving them up cleaning belts that shake off every bit of dirt. What emerges at the other end isn't just a pile of roots, it's market-ready produce. Carrots get their own specialized machines too. On smaller farms, the mini veg carrot harvester is compact but powerful. It trims the leafy tops, gently lifts carrots with picking belts, and passes them through rollers that scrub away soil. For larger operations, the G3B carrot harvester does all of this on a massive scale, processing entire fields with precision and speed. And then there are onions. Traditional harvesting meant pulling bulbs from the ground by hand, a process that could take days. But onion diggers now use adjustable blades to slice beneath the soil, lifting onions onto conveyors that shake off dirt before dropping them neatly into windrows. Farmers no longer have to bend and dig for hours. The machine does the heavy lifting in minutes. Some machines even go a step further, bundling radishes as they go. Imagine a harvester that not only collects vegetables but packages them in neat clusters, replacing the work of dozens of laborers. But once the harvest is complete, there's another battle waiting in the fields: weeds. Weeds have always been a farmer's nightmare. Pull them by hand, spray them with chemicals, or try to outgrow them. None of it is easy. But today's technology offers smarter solutions. The multi-row eco-weeder, for example, uses rotating brushes to sweep weeds right off the soil surface. Adjustable settings let it adapt to different crops, and row spacing, making it versatile enough for nearly any field. It even works in both dry and wet conditions, giving farmers consistent results. Other machines take a high-tech approach. Cultivators now come equipped with advanced sensors that can distinguish between crops and unwanted plants. These machines move with surgical precision, tilling only the soil around young saplings without touching them. For farmers, it means weed-free fields without risking damage to delicate crops. And the innovation doesn't stop at brushes and blades. Some companies are experimenting with electricity itself. High-voltage arc weeders use powerful bursts of current to rupture plant cells, killing weeds instantly without a single drop of herbicide. It's farming meets science fiction, clean, efficient, and chemical-free. But clearing fields is only part of the story. Once crops are harvested, they need to be cleaned, sorted, and prepared for the market. And that's where entire production lines come into play. Imagine an entire factory built into one flowing system, where fruits move seamlessly from crates to packaging without a single pause. That's the reality of modern fruit processing lines. Take Berg Machinery's apple production system. It begins with bins of freshly picked apples, unloading them onto conveyor belts. From there, the fruit passes through washing stations, scrubbing away dirt before sorting machines separate them by size and quality. By the time they reach the end of the line, the apples are uniform, spotless, and ready for shipment. Broccoli gets a similar high-tech treatment. Specialized machines disinfect stems, sort them by weight, and eliminate harmful bacteria. Producers can sell broccoli in perfectly measured batches, meeting customer demands down to the gram. Vegetable washing lines go even further. Using sensors, computer vision, and robotics, these systems don't just wash produce, they inspect it. Every cucumber, carrot, or pepper is checked for imperfections before being dried and packaged. Some systems even customize packaging, adjusting for size and labeling requirements. The impact is huge: less food waste, faster processing, and consistent quality that supermarkets demand. But the real show begins in the fields, where high-tech harvesters take on some of farming's toughest crops. Pumpkins may look tough, but harvesting them by hand is exhausting. The Moody pumpkin harvester changes that, rolling through fields with rotating blades that slice stems cleanly. Pumpkins drop onto conveyors and are carried straight to storage, no heavy lifting required. Cabbage has its own lineup of machines, from tow-behind diggers to massive rigs like the Commander 1. Built in the Netherlands, this beast can harvest up to 60 tons of cabbage per hour. Sensors guide its blades and conveyors, ensuring clean cuts and minimal damage. By the end, cabbages are sorted, cleaned, and ready for transport, all inside one machine. Broccoli harvesting is also stepping into the future. Robots equipped with cameras scan fields, identifying the perfect moment to cut each head. This ensures broccoli is picked at peak flavor and nutrition, something human crews often struggle to match. Blueberries, chili peppers, celery, lettuce, and even delicate herbs all have specialized harvesters too. Some machines work from both sides of a plant, pulling berries without crushing them. Others use adjustable blades to harvest chili peppers with precision. Lettuce harvesters slice heads at the base, clean them, and deposit them neatly into bins, all with minimal labor. Each crop presents its own challenges, but the answer is always the same: specialized machines built to harvest faster, cleaner, and more efficiently than ever before. Few crops are as important worldwide as the potato, but washing and sorting them is a massive job. That's why entire lines are dedicated to handling potatoes from harvest to packaging. Wet hoppers receive freshly harvested potatoes, submerging them in water that removes dirt while keeping them cool and fresh. Brushing tables take over next, using rotating brushes to scrub the surface without damaging the skin. From there, machines like the tongue barrel washer grade potatoes by size, shape, and weight. Optical sorting systems even scan each potato with cameras, removing any with bruises or discolorations. The result is consistency on a scale humans could never achieve. Carrots, onions, and other roots go through similar processes, moving from field to factory in one seamless system. The combination of washing, grading, and automated packaging ensures that by the time vegetables reach the market, they're spotless and uniform. But what about the planting side of farming? That's where transplanters come in. Planting may sound simple, but for large farms, it's one of the most time-consuming tasks. Technology is changing that. Modern transplanters can handle thousands of seedlings per hour. Machines like the two SP338 by Pure Agico plant up to 12,000 seedlings every 60 minutes, placing them at precise depths with perfect spacing. Whether it's bare root, plug, or tray seedlings, the machine adapts effortlessly. Rice farmers benefit too. Instead of manually bending over in flooded paddies, they now rely on rice transplanters. These machines lift seedlings from trays and drop them into waterlogged soil in perfect rows. What once demanded entire crews of workers now takes a single operator on a machine. Even backyard growers have options. Miniature hand cultivators and compact planters make it easy for small-scale farmers to till, weed, and plant efficiently. The gap between small gardens and massive farms is closing, with machines available at every scale. But planting and harvesting aren't the end of the story. Farming is now embracing robotics, drones, and even electricity. The future of farming doesn't just ride on wheels, it flies. Drones are increasingly common over fields, monitoring crops with cameras and sensors. They measure growth, detect diseases, and even spray treatments with pinpoint accuracy. On the ground, robotics continue to advance. Autonomous harvesters for crops like broccoli and strawberries use AI to identify ripeness and make cuts that rival human workers. These machines never tire, never miss a row, and can operate day and night. And then there's the high-voltage arc weeder, a machine that kills weeds with electricity. By sending an electrical arc through plant stems, it ruptures cells and ends growth instantly. No chemicals required. It's a glimpse of farming that's cleaner, greener, and far less reliant on herbicides. Step by step, farming has been transformed. Soil is sterilized with heat, crops are planted by robotic arms, and harvests are collected by machines that process vegetables faster than entire crews of workers. From apples to potatoes, lettuce to blueberries, there's a specialized machine for every task. The benefits are undeniable. More efficiency, less labor, and higher yields. But there's also something deeper to think about. If machines can already handle planting, weeding, harvesting, and processing, what will farming look like 20 years from now? Will fields still echo with the sounds of human hands at work, or will agriculture become almost entirely automated? One thing is certain. The future of farming has already arrived, and it's more incredible than anyone could have imagined.